I'm Lawrence Bad Boy Bennett, and this is my ride. Southern Area Champion. We're here to do some work at the Horseshoe Gym. Jamie, you got Bentleys, we got a Sprinter, mate.
Alright guys, Flave from Boxing Evolution TV, and I'm down in Swindon at the Horseshoe Gym with Lawrence Bad Boy Bennett, who is defending his Southern Area title against Jamie the Real Deal Hearn on March 13th. How you doing, Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, things are getting quite interesting with you and Jamie, being a bit of to and fro on Facebook, and you've even got the World Stone Raider getting involved. Is that not your usual kind of build up to a fight, really, is it?
Not really, but I'm looking forward to it. March the 13th, I'm putting it on Jamie because he's been talking a lot. He's had a lot to say on Twitter. His fans had a lot to say. But at the end of the day, I'm the Southern Area Champion. I've given him a shot, and I'm going to put it on him.
Okay, so before we start talking about what's going on with you and Jamie, let's just give everyone, the viewers at home, a bit of history. So you're age 32, you won the Southern Area title over Jack Morris in March 2014, yeah. I believe, and since then you've had one fight against Chris Keane for the British title eliminator. Now, so how come you are not going on to the British title? How come you're defending your Southern Area title against Jamie instead?
Basically, as we moved on, I won the Southern Area after 5 fights. So then the next fight was against Chris Keane, which is a dangerous opponent, ABA champion, knocked out Shane McPhilbin, really good guy, and it was made as a British title eliminator. It was his way to try and get back to that level because he is a top 10 guy. He's been around for a long time, and they put it out there, said, listen, you go in the hat for this, come away with that, and we'll see what we can do. I thought that was going to guarantee me, or at least put me up there with a shot there. Didn't work out that way, but now people know that I am actually didn't fluke it against Jack Morris. I went in there. Chris Keane is better than Jamie, and for sure he's a good kid, and I beat him just like I'm going to beat Jamie Hearn.
Okay, now you don't seem to be too fazed by Jamie. I've seen a lot of other people shrink and disappear when Jamie's turned his attention on him, but you don't seem to be fazed by any of the stuff he says on Facebook or even by his big punching power.
Big punching power. He seems to say a lot about his big punching power, but he knocked out Larry. Let's be real, yeah? Larry is a journeyman. Come on. He doesn't get any props from me from knocking out a journeyman. Listen, I fight live opponents. Have a look at my record, who I've fought. They've all been live opponents. I've just been in with Chris Keane. He's ABA champion, knocked out someone every single round. Only one person in history has done that. He's knocked out Shane McPhilbin. He's a good kid. So why would I worry about Jamie Hearn? He knocked out Larry. What's that got to do?
Well, I mean, I will say kind of in his defence, and someone who's personally kind of seen Jamie fight a lot, I have seen him knock out quite a lot of big blokes other than just Larry. But aside from the punching power, I mean, do you not rate any of Jamie's boxing skills at all? I mean, he's someone who was in with Chad Dawson at one point when he was, back in the day, a professional before he returned.
Yeah, I rate him, to be honest. I'm worried. I'm working really hard in the gym, but that's good. I'm not underestimating. Last guy I underestimated was Courtney Richards. I thought I was going to go in there and just kind of walk it and it was all going to be good. And I got found out. But that was the best thing ever happened to me because from then, I don't underestimate anyone. I've got the butterflies in my tummy and he's saying about fear and that, but I need that fear to get up in the mornings, to do the hill runs, to do the sparring. That's what I need. So I'm worried. He's going to come try and take my head off. People saying, oh yeah, you're going to freeze, you're going to whatever. I've just been in with punches. I don't mind. If all he's going to bring is going to be a big punch, he's going to come up short. He needs a lot more than that. I rate him. He's been in with some good guys, but every time he stepped up, he hasn't really stepped up to the plate. What has he actually achieved in 19 fights?
Well, what I'll say, I mean, I don't want to be doing Jamie's side. I'm just saying what I know and what he's kind of said to me during your exchanges on Twitter. He said, obviously, he's had 19 fights, but the first of those were 10 years ago, and he has been out of the game for 10 years, and in 10 years he's come back and in one fight he's obviously stopped Larry. And so what he's saying is that, you know, even though he has had 19 fights, it wasn't for, 10 years ago that he was last in the boxing ring.
So, but 10 years, what did he achieve 10 years ago?
Well, I suppose he got up to, I think it was number 15 in the WBC.
But what titles did he actually, what has he actually achieved? Because I looked at
I'll have to come back to you on that.
I've looked at BoxRec and that, and he
I think it was the WBC Youth title that he won, or something like that.
You don't get medals for youth titles. What you do is, this is a pro game. I only respect people, and I respect him as a fighter. But what I'm saying is, what I've done after 7 fights in the pro game, he hasn't done in 19 fights. 10 years ago or whatever. No one's done it what I've done. 5 fights, went to London with my 6 fans, not 7, 6. 6 of them. We went there, just me. We tried to get kicked out of the hotel, whatever. I paid for a hotel. I went there, underdog, coming off a loss. Who does that? 5 fights, Southern Area champion. When I come into the game, all I wanted to do was fight for Southern Area. But I said, listen, knuckle down, work hard, and we'll see what happens. Right now, Jamie Hearn's in my way of moving forward, and he's a good fighter. But if all he's got is a big punch, that is called boxing, not knockouts.
Not swinging.
Not
so to
swinging.
speak. Okay. Now on the subject of your fans, and supposedly you've only got 6, and according to the World Stone Radio, you've got no fans. But
Okay.
that's a separate subject. I'm assuming that people, from judging by reactions on Facebook and Twitter to what has been going on, you're probably going to have a few more turning up this time.
Listen, if more than 6 turn up, I'm happy. But at the end of the day, it's going to be me and him in the ring, and that's all that matters. I need to concentrate on what I need to do in the ring, which is defend my Southern Area title against a dangerous opponent. I respect him, but I feel I can beat him. And every boxer up and down the country, they feel they can beat anyone in the country, and that's how I feel. If I put the work in and do what I need to do, I beat Jamie Hearn. If he does what he needs to do, then he beats Lawrence Bennett and then he moves on. But I need to do what I need to do. Not worry about the fans and the likes and the Twitters and whatever that. I need to concentrate on winning boxing matches.
I suppose as a boxer, I think if you're going to put yourself out there and be a boxer, what's the point unless you're willing to face anyone else out there? You know, if you can't beat, whoever, then what's the point, I guess?
That's it. If I can't beat Jamie Hearn, then I'm not at the level that I need to be. I don't move on. And in boxing, you'll get found out or you'll find your level pretty quickly. I've only had 7 fights. 2 amateurs, and so to be honest, I'm doing all right. People said when I first started that I shouldn't do it. I was going to get knocked out. My first fight wasn't brilliant. Second one, I took an 18-hour notice, went to Sweden. He was a big puncher as well. He didn't beat me. Then I had Junior Miller. Oh, I think we've got one opponent in common, Simeon Kova. I think he knocked out Jamie, didn't he? Or stopped Jamie.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, he stopped Jamie. I know he lost to him, but I bashed him up in Swindon Oasis. Okay. So that's the only opponent.
I'm going to have to look into this, and I want to...
Have a look at box regs. No, seriously, I checked it out.
Okay, and I want to see what you've got to say to that, Jamie. Lawrence has brought up a few things in this interview that I'm looking forward to hearing your response to. So, we're down here at your gym, Horseshoe Gym. Is this your place that you train every day?
Yeah, this is where my trainer, me and Islan, we work in a lot of things. He found me. I went to a lot of boxing gyms and they said I was too old and I wasn't going to do anything. But he brought me along and said, listen, we'll work together. And 3.5 years later, I'm Southern Area champion, just won a British title eliminator, 32-year-old veteran. Not doing so bad. Want to thank my sponsors, Dream Lounge, Arkley, KO Plastering, Therapy Plus, and all the people that's helped me and supported me, and the 6 people that come to London, and the Raider. If he wants it, he can bloody have it and all, because I'm not having that.
Raider, if Jamie don't do the job, then I'm afraid you've got to step in afterwards.
What is he weighing at? What is he weighing at?
I think he's about 48 kilos at the moment.
Judging
by the look of him.
I ain't never getting down to 48. How is Jamie getting on with his weight loss? Because last time I saw him, he looked a bit fat.
I don't know, Jamie, it's another question that you'll have to respond. But this will lead me on to my next bit. First of all, before I finish up, why are you called Bad Boy?
Basically, I think PC Bradshaw gave me that name years ago, and I won't go into any more of that. And it's stuck, and I quite like Chad Dawson as well. He's been in with Chad Dawson, so I rate him. He's been in that's my boxing who I first started watching and that. So respect Jamie, been in with Chad Dawson, fair play. I'll give him that. And he lost, but he's still been in there, so I'll give him dues for that. And that's how the name come about. And I was a little bad kid when I was younger, but I'm good now, really. But the name stuck.
Is boxing something that helped you get on the right track?
Oh, definitely, 100%. Boxing just helped me I think I had ADHD when I was younger, and it just helped me focus myself, what I needed to do, and also gave me that discipline that I didn't need to be fighting on the streets or anything like that. I needed to be in the gym, channeling my aggression, and also it's discipline. Any young kids out there want to do something with their life or want to give it a go, boxing is just, it saved me. It saved me, and I know it saved a lot of other people as well.
Okay, that's a good story to hear. Now, last of all, a question from Jamie. He says, you've been quiet on Twitter lately. Where have you gone? He's missing you.
I have missed him. To be honest, I don't really use Twitter that much. I only use it when I get trolls like Jamie and that come out the woodwork. So he trolled me for a bit, so then I had to answer. That idiot, I don't even know his name, but he tried to get involved. I offered him a fight, and then he jumped in, so I blocked him.
Daniel Woodgate, I believe.
Don't give him 5 minutes of fame. Oh, God, him.
I think I even saw Courtney Richards getting involved in the Twitter as well.
Yeah, is he back? Oh, my God, Courtney Richards loved me. I'll give him a signed autograph. Like, Courtney beat me, well done. I've moved on, he keeps getting beat. Oh, God. Journeyman.
Okay, well, guys, it's surely going to be very entertaining. Lawrence, you know, he gives it as much as he gets, and just like Jamie. So March the 13th, and for anyone who wants to get tickets of you, how can they get hold of you?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It'll be out there.
What's your Twitter?
Twitter, more400, isn't it?
Isn't it at Bennett400?
Yeah. Oh, see, I didn't even know it. At Bennett400 is my Twitter. I don't even use it that much, apart from when I'm answering trolls like Courtney Richards and Jamie Hearn and that other geezer, I don't even know his name. He doesn't even get 5 minute fame. And so get me Twitter, Lawrence Bennett, Facebook. What else is there?
Just Facebook and Twitter, as far as I'm
Yeah,
aware.
Facebook, Twitter.
You can give your number out if you want people to ring you.
No, last time I did that,
You might get trolled.
yeah, I got trolled. I got like late night phone calls, people going, hello.
You're getting the radar ringing you up, mate.
Oh, God, I don't want him. Listen, if he wants it, he can have it. I'm not scared of him.
And that's from Bennett as well to you, Radar. You want Sam. Anyway, guys, Flave from Boxing Evolution TV, Lawrence Bennett, over and out.